Yes, and welcome back, guys. Welcome to Youth Voice and welcome to our Positive Youth feature. Today, we have Miss Shiann Melville. She is a board certified, heavy on the board certified musical therapist. Shiann, welcome.
Thank
yes,
you
how do you feel?
Feeling good.
Yeah, Andre.
Well, guys, I'm watching in front of me. I'm already excited. So before we get to all the action, and I have a lot of rhythms. This is,
He does not. He does not.
So Shiann, I'm excited. I'm seeing all of this in front of me, but we come into that in a bit.
Yes.
All right. So Shiann, welcome to Youth Voice.
Thank you.
How do you feel? Were you, a little bit nervous, or are you?
Yes, I was public speaking.
Serious?
Yes.
Well, don't worry. You are in good hands today. All right. So tell us a little bit about. I heard Kwam mention that you are certified. Tell us a little bit about where you got your certification and a little bit about who Shiann is. Yeah.
All right. So I am Shiann. I'm a board certified music therapist, the only one here in Tobago.
Guys, you heard that. There you go.
I would have studied abroad in the US to be specific, and I'm here bringing therapeutic services through music for pretty much anyone.
Wow. When people hear music therapy, what is the first thing you think comes to mind when you hear about it? People just go for therapy sessions, but when you hear music, before she tells us, I just want to get an idea from you. When you think music therapy,
honestly, but because I already know what it is about, I automatically think about people that might have special needs, or but if I was somebody that didn't know, I would think, you plug in your headphones, you need to relax, you need to clear your head, so you put in your headphones and you zone out for a while. Yeah, that's all right.
So Shiann, tell us, what is musical therapy about?
All right, so music therapy is the clinical use of music interventions to improve some aspect of life. So it can be, let's say you might have a physical injury, something emotional, so mental, let's say a communication goal. Let's say you're having trouble communicating and you want to improve that, or you might have had a stroke and you want assistance learning to speak again. Those are some of the things that we would work on in music therapy.
So music actually helps with these things?
Yes.
So imagine if I had a physical, if I fall over and damage my foot. Tell me, I'm excited to know, how does music therapy assist with something like that?
Right. So with the assistance of a physiotherapist, we can, so for the physical needs, we can collaborate with physical therapists. And what we usually do, we work alongside each other. I would have the music portion, and the music would be like a motivator for that person to walk or to do their exercises. Sometimes when we're doing any activity, we might find it, mundane, it might be hard to do. And then when we throw on some music, we get so many things done. We don't even realize, wow, so much time has passed. We already finished this. And it's the same in that space where someone might be doing their physical exercises. They might be having difficulty doing it. And when you add that musical aspect, it is a motivator.
All right. Well, before I turn you over to Kwa, what inspired you? Because I don't know if it was home a day listening to music and saying, yes, I'm going to be a musical therapist.
You're taking a question.
Or you could almost be a DJ as well, because you have to have a knowledge of music in order to, because you don't want to have a therapy session with somebody doing something and you're playing the wrong type of music. So you have to have the ability to choose the correct type of music. But tell us what inspired you to choose that profession.
All right. So I would have done a degree at UTT.
Okay.
And when I did that degree, I was exposed to working with people with disabilities. And I actually worked alongside a music therapist. That was my first introduction to music therapy. And she would have actually encouraged me to look into the profession because she thought that I was a natural at it. working with people with disabilities. So after some thought, I had returned home to Tobago. I worked at School for the Deaf, Happy Haven, all of the special education schools on the island. And while I was there, I noticed, wow, music can actually make a difference in people's lives. So that's when I started doing my research, and then I applied to schools, and the rest is history.
So you've been working with, many students or adults with special needs and, many other things. What was one of your most rewarding moments working with somebody with special needs?
Most rewarding? I have a lot of experiences, but I can talk about two of them. I have a little kiddo that I work with seasonally, and her mom had asked me if I can assist her with helping her to do her physical exercises for the day. So walking from one side of the room to another with the assistance of her walker. She would usually whine to do it. She's not up to doing it, right? So after our session, that was the last part. So I asked her if we can walk to the other side of the room. I stood with her, I had my guitar, and we were doing our thing. And she did a couple laps from one point to the other, and she did not realize. And her mom was like, wow, okay. That's one. And then I've had many experiences where I'm working with people with autism, and their parents might think they are nonverbal, and then they come into the session room, they start doing their thing, and then they start verbalizing eventually after a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hypothetical question. There are situations where Kwa would lose to me in the games here, right? And she has mental issues. In a situation like that, how would you treat that with music? Yeah, how would you treat something like that with music? Depression, something like that. Every time she loses, she always goes into the same. How do you treat something like that?
Well, I wouldn't say she goes into a depression. Maybe she's a bit disappointed, right? So we can process that in our sessions, right? Through something that's called lyric discussion or lyrical analysis.
Lyrical analysis.
Yes.
Lyrical analysis.
So we would choose songs with maybe lyrics on loss or disappointment, that sort of thing, and we would go through it. We analyze the lyrics. She can pick out words that really stood out to her, and we can form a conversation on that. And
well guys, I love that. I love the idea of that already. She would be saying things like, I lost, so I like that concept. So tell us a little bit about, in terms of some of the challenges, because one thing we know, you are the only person with that background here in Tobago, but what are some of the challenges getting there? Because I don't think everything was so easy. What are some of the challenges?
I think my main challenge right now is getting people to understand what I do. Because a lot of people think, okay, well, she's just working with people with disabilities. I can work with anybody across the lifespan, right? I can work with you. I can work at Aniqua. I have worked with the elderly. I have worked with people that were actively dying during COVID.
Wow.
Helping them and their family accept that they are going, and just making those last moments special. We can work with babies, in the NICU. It is a vast, we can work with anybody. So I think one of my main challenges is getting people to understand what I do, because a lot of people would come to me and be like, I want my child to learn this, I want my child to learn that. And while I can do that because I have a background in music education, right now I'm focusing on the therapeutic aspect and the therapeutic uses of music.
All right, so before we get into where persons could find you, because I know after this interview, people will be calling on your phone, because a lot of people want to be able to deal with things. And what I love is you're using music. Music is such an important factor when it comes to
language.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And not only that, like our culture, music is a very integral part of our culture.
So whether you're in church or in carnival, you hear music that's be playing. So it's all around.
Yes.
So I saw you brought a good amount of items in front of us. I was so excited when I saw they put it down in front of me. I couldn't, So tell us, these are instruments that you use in your therapy?
Yeah, so these are examples of some of the instruments that we use. A really small example. I only brought the drums because I wanted us to focus on the drums today. But we mainly use percussive instruments.
Okay.
But the therapist would play either the guitar or the piano or anything else that might be therapeutic in that moment for the client.
Well, I am not musically inclined. We have a superstar right here. Guys, Kwa, it's time for you to own up. You are a superstar. You are somebody in the industry that people look up to.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So continuing. So help us to show us a little demonstration and for someone like me who, so what?
Drums are the easiest things to play, right? So I want you and Anikwa to pick. I'm taking the big drum, and you and Anikwa can pick a drum. Right? So whichever one you want.
Like this one because
guys, Anikwa don't know what she's doing.
And
you don't know.
If you want to use your hands, it's fine. If you want to use a mallet, it's fine.
I could get to use a mallet too.
You can use your hands.
Yeah, you use your hands.
Right? All right, let's see. So, just really quickly, I would keep the timing. So I'm the heartbeat. And
I love the choice of words.
Both of you would be communicating with each other through the music.
Okay.
No talking.
All right.
I am just keeping.
This is really therapy for
keeping the beat.
Yeah, go ahead.
And whatever you want to communicate to him, you can.
Let's go. I'm excited. Yes.
What do you read it?
We communicating. You don't have any rhythm there.
Okay.
No words.
Well, guys, watch it. But what I must say, I was having a bit of fun.
Yes.
It's relaxing. You know what are you doing with the heartbeat? I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling and I was a bit offbeat, but it didn't matter because we tried to send each other some form of communication, and I like the fact that the persons don't talk. Kwa, how was your experience?
Yes, same, it brought a sense of enjoyment and laughter in the room. Yeah,
I could see this being therapeutic in thing.
And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to be a professional musician, and there isn't a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. When we're learning music in music school, you have to play a specific way, you have to sing a specific way, but in music therapy it does not matter. However you want to express yourself with the instrument, you are free to do so.
I feel like my mom, I have to book her, let's communicate. Right. So I'm seeing some little eggs. What are these about?
Yes, so those are examples of what we use as well. So I brought those for you as well if you wanted to try it, right?
So what you just
feel the parang.
I'm ready for them.
Yeah. So Shiann, tell us where people can find you, contact information.
So I am on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn at Harmonies and Healing Music Therapy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's that located?
So right now, most of my work, I am mobile.
Okay,
but
nice.
I'm still setting up my clinic space.
Okay. So persons book you and you go to them and provide the service.
Yes. So for the most part, yes.
So guys, you heard that. You need to check her out. Watch me. The musical therapy is amazing. I feel so relaxed.
Yeah.
So that for the game after this, I'm ready to beat Kwa. So I love that we have this musical session because I'm ready. One other thing, shout your people, rep your family, rep everybody. You know what I mean? Some of the inspirations, shout them out, man. Let her hear.
Really and truly, I just want to thank everybody who has been supportive throughout this journey. It has not been an easy journey. It's something new. A lot of people don't understand it, and there are a lot of people that have stuck by me throughout it, even without understanding fully. and I'm very appreciative for that. So everybody who has been supportive, I'm very thankful.
So guys, we can't say it any better. Any challenges, whether it's physical challenges, mental challenges, there's always the concept of musical therapy. So please check her out. You saw her on Youth Voice. You know how we do it.
Yes,
by the way, we aren't finished. We have our positive youth game right after. Guys, you don't want to miss this. I'm obviously going to take home the trophy this time. Last week, I lost the car. She come here showing off, but not happening again today. All right. By the way, we have our celebrity participant in the game today. She came in with all smiles, but let's see if she's going to be leaving smiling today. All right. So guys, we're going to take a break and come back. And when we come back, we shall be doing our positive youth game. Where is Shiann, boy? Shiann will be next. Don't worry.